This is MaryBeth Svatek. She's a hypnotherapist and life coach. She has an MA in psychology. She's worked extensively as a therapist and counselor.
It was my husband and my anniversary. This was our last month together. I have a beautiful picture of him on a day we went sailing out on the boat. And I was sharing with them that he bought me a jewelry box for my birthday a few months before and said, we're going to spend our lives filling it. My appointment comes the next week, and she comes in and she sits down and she says, because we knew that there was another spirit. She wasn't sure who it was, but she was too exhausted in the last session and said, I don't want to do any more work. That was under hypnosis. I asked her if she wanted to continue or not. So she said, MaryBeth, I have had this spirit and it has been driving me crazy for the past 24 hours, your husband. And guess what? I was going through my craft room and I wasn't even going to do anything. I was walking through there to get something. And he said, stop and make MaryBeth these earrings. He wanted these sailboat earrings. And he said, she will know what it means. Please give them to her. She goes, do you know what this means? And so I told her about the sailboat and about the jewelry box and everything. And she just started bawling. And she said, I can feel his love for you. And he said to let you know it's the love is with him, that he still has that. I'm like going, that is amazing. And I was amazed because I knew that she didn't know this stuff, but I'm also the therapist and I'm getting paid to do this. So I didn't want to go, oh, well, can you tell him this? Can you ask him this? So I didn't do that, but I just said, I affirmed what she was telling me. And I said, do you see that there's a gift? And so a few minutes later, she said, he's gone. He left. I don't feel him anymore. I don't know if he went back fully to the light or what at this point, but she said, I don't feel him. And then the next week she came in and goes, okay, so I have to tell you, after I left, I had a talk with your husband and said, look, I did a lot of work this past week, because after that, we did some more work and released some more spirits. So she said, and unless you have an emergency, then it's something really important for me to tell MaryBeth, then I need a break this week. And I just need to sleep as much as possible. So she set that boundary. She said, I don't know if he was there or not, but he hasn't bothered me all week. So I just thought that was kind of neat. That happened. And it was just a way to validate.
Yeah. So key point there is, particularly in the earlier, the first year or so of being a therapist in any modality, I think most of the sessions we give are for our clients, but sometimes some part of that session is for us, the therapist.
Something we needed.
Yeah. And so like the clients that come to you for a reason. And that part of the session was for you to have an experience of validating the modality itself and having a positive emotional anchor to it. And even that last part is that there's a nice that's a good response to then not cling on to that and think, oh, now I can channel and have an earthbound spirit and talk to my husband every day. The fact that he like voluntarily said, I'm coming in to give you a specific message, that's going to set you up on your life path. That's going to make you feel happy and positive towards spirit releasement. That's going to help you learn and understand things. But then you continue on and keep going with your life purpose. And so I think that's a really nice example as well. So that's one thing that actually does come up. And if you get into giving messages from the deceased, I think it is, for me, it's a sort of a one and done thing.
Yes. Me too. It's not something I'd go back and ask her. And to be fair, if she chooses this, then I don't know if you would charge people or if I don't know how it would work, but I just didn't feel like it would be fair to.
Well, then it is in that way, you're assisting her in her modality, which is then being a medium. And so I don't really want to speak to being a medium, because that's not my wheelhouse.
Yeah, me neither. Yeah.
But mediums, I do, a lot of my students, clients, friends are mediums, and but for me that's a different session. And so that is one thing I would say, if you're an SRT therapist or a past life therapist, to I would say, just whatever modality you're doing, do that, and try not to bring too much other stuff into it.
Yes,
But if you
exactly.
want to do medium stuff, you I'd say have it for a separate session. But
Yes.
yeah, but that's fine as well, and that's a whole nother kind of a topic. But
Yeah, it's
really,
not something I plan on getting into, although you just never know who's going to come in and what they're, well, in a sense, that is her modality.
yeah.